Hello, hello. Welcome back, my most ethical light and love crew. It is 6:07 p.m. I just got home, and I suppose I need to reapply my lipstick. Holy smokes. It got to the point where I did not give a shit about perfection, you know? So, not the same color, but it's going to act like a 3D effect. Visuals. I'm going to work with a complete deck, the Navigator's Tarot of the Mystic Sea. Okay? Today's Wednesday. What do we do on Wednesdays anyway? Do we have any, particular thing that we do? Well, Cream Crew, we're going to have some ice cream because I have a very, very tight budget and I cannot be spending right now. I got Page of Cups and an Admirer surfaces. You know what? I'm going to take that also, claim that out also. I'm going to generate that and initiate that on my own. There's something to say here, cheers to my life, even with a very, very scrumpy budget. I don't even know what scrumpy means, but it certainly sounds like it feels, or feels like it sounds. I don't know. I suppose the more you celebrate what you got, going on already, the less things hurt. Isn't that the truth? So, I had a little bit of a scare today. I got locked out of my, program, my computer after taking a little bit of a break because I was told that somebody was not going to, have a certain arrangement that was not provided to me. In fact, it was declined more recently. And so there's been some talks about getting him that consideration, just blindly after being here for 1 or 2 weeks. So I don't know if they're pitting people, trying to do the popular contest or the, I don't know, dude, it's so ridiculous. Trying to create sides, or because there's no reason why I haven't built in enough trust to and seniority by that means to get that placement, get that consideration. And so it's very instead of saying devaluing, because I don't take it as such, I would say it decreases morale legitimately. So let's put it back on them. Okay. This is reduction. Okay. So I thought that I was I took a little break because I got frustrated with it, and I was like, I needed to walk. In fact, if the boss was in the right feels, in the right mind, they would definitely send me off on just a little bit of a walk, just go on a little break for a sec. Okay. And so I feel like doing something like that shouldn't be called making an executive decision, honestly. It's, So I got back and I got locked out of my computer, and I felt because I've had this before where I was on a contract assignment, and it was the same kind of vibe of the same kind of culture where if you didn't cower to somebody who wants to feel like they're the boss, then it was always a she. then you would be casted out instantaneously. In fact, it wasn't always a she. At that warehouse shop, it was a he, and that was a different grossness. But yeah. So there's so I got casted out instantaneously, and so I felt that I thought maybe that was just a move to see how much would she panic or whatever, and I felt it was a realistic view of encountering, is that what it's like to kind of just be dumped in feel okay, you have to get back on your feet again, like that sense of a little bit of like anxiety. And I did feel that, but then I was like, you know, the more I think about it, it's like, it doesn't change who I am. It doesn't change. Oh, hi! It doesn't change that I like ice cream. It doesn't change that, you know, I am who I am, or how I'm ever going to be. Yeah, I needed, this is my day. Anyway, I wouldn't say I'm depressed. I was just like, So it took me like half an hour to figure that shit out. Because I also work on different, how we have to work with different time zones. So the solution was not as quick. But it was weird because I'm like, that was where I accepted my fate. I truly had to accept my fate. Like, okay, if this is how it is, then that's how it is. But I know how things roll out. And especially now, shit will hit the fan for sure. Once they realize, like, they're just feeding a toddler with a tantrum, you know? Page of Cups. You gotta hand it to yourself. The world is going to dish out however it's going to dish out. So whatever happens is, you know, entities will make their own decisions. They have to take accountability for that. I'll make my decisions, and so far I've been escalating. I've been skyrocketing from point A to point B to whatever, point CC. Stimulation, Ace of Wands. There's creative ways out. Yeah. So, you know, what they're telling me? That you know how soft skills are popularized but are still a rarity? Like, can you fucking believe that? That I know people, oh hey Rockin', I know people's what is it, soft spots, like the parts that could use some strengthening, some practice. So you know, I'm really good at identifying those and taking care of those. So there's a lot of passion here, and there's the funneling. This is alchemy. See? And streaming down, feeding the roots. So this is Judgment with its suave form. I've never seen it like this. Because, you know, the trumpet is not being, like, trumpeted. It's face down like a funnel. And as you can see clearly, it funnels into the roots here. So this is a true wand. And so this is Judgment, which is the karma card. But it's also alchemy, which is temperance. It's Judgment tempered. So this is, something's being slowly implemented. It's very sly. So it goes like in, down the chute, and then it's feeding something else. Well, hello there, thank you. So there's something about that. But it's suave. It's done with style. So this boss is whatever this boss move is, it's solid. Like somebody, it's like a you can play like hard to get, or is it hide and go seek? What is it? Hide and go seek, but it's hard to get. And you're playing like a child, and you're like you hide behind this pole, which is like it doesn't cover you, but you're like, can you see me? I bet you can't see me, because you like move far enough so your eyes can't make contact. So it's like, you can't see me, can you? So it's just playing, like being a little goofball, being able to do that. Like there is wiggle room in this experience. So and so after I got that little scare, I mean, it could still be true, but it's like you have no idea what you're in for. You have no fucking clue. But let's see how things roll. Because Spirit told me like several times that I need to surrender. And what were we gonna say about that? Oh, and then on the way home, on my feed, there was he always thought my English was very proper and very knowledgeable. What you talk about is very interesting. Oh, thank you. Somebody has become vocal. Somebody has used their trumpet. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good to see your avatar come to life. But what came on my feed was There She Blows, or what was it? It was the Truman Show. And it was wreaking havoc on Truman, who wanted to escape and took the boat a sail, and they piled a shitload on top of him. So it was kind of like that, like caused extra drama, unnecessary, to the point where the person who created the show said, he was basically born on this show so he can die on this show if needed, So we moved from reduction into stimulation, which is kind of, especially with this romance thing escalating. So like, here's my wand. This is what I understand the context of edging to be, from reduction to stimulation in the form of the Ace of Wands. Or it's, yeah, I feel like that. Oh man, okay. So what hit the ice cream, but what got pinned on my leg was Nine of Pentacles. You own it! Independently. And then the Seven of Wands, the higher ground. It was on wrist. I wonder what's that all about. Fortitude. So it's having the strong hand. Oh, it's like glass blowing. You see? Very much like glass blowing. There's Six of Wands here, so anyone who does glass blowing feels a sense of victory, or they should, because that's some dangerous stuff right there. But so it's glass blowing. Alchemy. So the water is hot. I guess what hit my ice cream is the Hermit card, accentuated, Four of Wands inverted, Knight of Pentacles inverted. So again, we're talking about slow growing roots. Ruth. Why do we say Ruth? I don't know why. Anyway, this is happening undercover. Whatever's happening is slowly taking root. And it's sweet. That's what they're talking about. It's sweet. The top's off. Top down. So the wind's blowing. Seasons are changing. Seasons are changing. Anyway, thank you for that comment. That was I could accept that professionally as well. That's not like the boy likes me, It's not one of those. So I appreciate it. I don't know what to say, man. Except ice cream tastes good. Four of Cups in reverse and art inverted. What is that? Verification, art. What is it? What is art? Let's see here. I mean, it could be the Fool card, but let's find out. I did not have a real lunch. Okay. You need to verify the wisdom of choices you have recently made. Mentally illustrate exactly what you are aiming for. Practice temperance and moderation, for you need to keep an inner equilibrium. You may also test your willpower by denial of certain things which give you pleasure. Oh! I didn't spend $9 on ice cream. I just got the regular kind that the kids like. That'll do me okay. It is essential to persevere, even though you have become impatient. On every side, thoughts and sense images will attempt to entice you from your goal. But if you turn aside, you'll have to begin all over again. Okay, so this is just about discipline. Okay, I can do it. I did it. Hi, Dre. What's up? So I can do this. Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know, but I would suspect, you know. So you're saying I chose well. Even with feeling deflated, I was so bummed. Like, it's too early for this. I took my lunch early, only half an hour early, and it felt like, oh my god, I have 5 fucking hours to go. What the fuck? What kind of mess did I do? Like, I was like, I'm gonna hang in there. It's gonna be okay. Just don't think about it. Just keep focused. Just do your thing. Do your thing. Just play along. Ace of Pentacles. I am funded. I'm funded. I've found it. I am funded. So this is all right. I mean, I don't expect to stay in this position for a long time, you know. Another offer will come along. A better one. A better offer. So what fell in front? The Sun card in the Witch's Tarot. 5 of Swords inverted. Destruction. Why is it inverted though? It's a total 1-up. I don't know. I saw something lately on my feed with an iguana in a pool. That was an escape artist, basically. Except against a 5-year-old. But So I suppose when people come at me trying to do the one-up thing, they get fucked up. They get defeated. Look at that. It's like porcupine status. Because there's no way that I was trying to one-up anybody today. Or yesterday, or the day before that. So these are people coming at me. You know what? I was like, I don't know, 8 minutes late today. And it's like always when this girl is there, like her schedule is well, I'm not even gonna say, but she has these long ass nails, and she's like always like reporting people, because she's like the good kid. Actually, it's like I never have an issue with people having to speak up. But it's supposed to be spoken up, like, legitimately. Not like, it's going to give me leverage, so I'm going to have to say something about it. Like that. And I thought about it. I was like, you know what? If you take off those silly-ass nails, you would get your work done so much faster. Because she was saying, like, oh, you know, that's why I really enjoy working remotely, so I can clock in earlier and get more work done. I was like, I have heard that phrasing before, and it comes from a script of kiss asses. And like, you do not derive from those wording, like, the exact phrasing of it. And, they always know. They always know. But... excuse me, when you hear it, like, you know, that's a clear identifier. And so I just kind of like, I just look the other way, it's whatever, you know. And but I realized that you could get so much work done. I got my nails done like yay high at one point. It was so fucking hard to type. I am like 72 words per minute. And so it was so irritating because things were getting piled on and there were games being played, so I had to, like, work at the same speed. You know what I did to kind of alleviate some of that? Because it slowed me down more than half of my speed. So I took 2 pens, and I was so much faster doing that. Oh, thank you. So I was doing that. And so I did that. I was like, problem solved. You thought you got me, didn't you? Because I wanted to look pretty for one day. Or a week. And so I was doing that. So I realized this bitch that is trying to rat me out for 8 minutes. When she... oh my god. Like, the secrets that I know. Oh my god. You let me go and you do me dirty. It's coming out for sure. You do me dirty, like, you get yours. So, anyway, I'll keep some secrets for now. Because I know people are just too tempted to fuck around. So, well, you know, let's give people the benefit of the doubt. Let's be graceful, Tina. Let's do this nice, like, calm and collected, okay? And so, yeah, I realized this person that ratted me out for 8 minutes, trying to make believe that she's doing, like, overtime or, like, putting in, like, so going above and beyond. She would get so much more done if she didn't have those nails. Let me tell you. I'm going to... TMI. It is not easy going to the bathroom with those nails. Either you have poor hygiene, or you're going to spend 4 times as long, at least, trying to handle whatever it is that you're doing. So talk about wasting time. Let me fucking report that shit without even looking at your work. Because let me look at your work and I'll tell you, as a Gemini with Virgo ascendant, I will scrutinize the shit out of that. So, let me see. Let me see. For real. For real. I was looking back on my past accomplishments. Well, in learning mode of being an auditor, an internal auditor, I fucking aced it. Archpriestess. It's the High Priestess in reverse. It's dissolution. So it's like breaking things apart in order to know how it works. But like my methods are kind of you patch it up. You kind of patch it up. But this is already knowing how things break apart. That's exactly what happens. Hey, Mrs. Banks. But when you know how things break down, like the mama bear doesn't just want to know how to fix it. She wants to fix it. So she makes every attempt that she can. Even if it's like with a sharp tongue and saying what needs to be said. You know? So that's the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, just some odd energies now. So does anybody want to know anything? Does anybody have a question? I usually don't open it up on this forum. So, so there's kind of a lot here. Okay. So we have decomposition, Page of Swords. Again, what we just talked about. And we do that, especially on the outskirts, because that helps us learn what's going on the inside more intimately. We got the Empress and the Aeon in reverse. So that's Empress and the Judgment in reverse. Okay. Conception and realization. So some of this is holding your thoughts to yourself, letting judgment play out, letting karma play out. Like, dude, I know what's going on. I know when I'm being double crossed. I know when people are making believe that they are kind of supporting me, but like I know like the nuances of when we're just when it's part of a storyboard or a part of a script, or people are going ad lib, and what, like when people are like at that midpoint, like that breaking point where they can go this way or that way, and they're leaving the doors open for the best escape for them, the best route. And you have to be wary of those people that are leaving the escape route open, because they don't mind doing you dirty. You know what I mean? So, like, when people act in both realms, you're Gemini too. That's excellent. You're excellent. Oh, we're friends. But when people keep how do I say it? When people carry both of those energies, you have to be very wary of that. So anyway, hold your tongue, just like play along, and Spirit's got it back, you know? And people are out there tend to say that we have a double. I know. I was like, you have a chip on your shoulder, don't you? Anytime, like, it's so, I'd say, people would say like 50-50, they like them or not. They like us or not, but I know that there are people who like us more than those that don't. And those that don't have a severe, like, pinching nerve. They're like, oh, they must be Gemini. I never say that shit. I never say, like, oh, they must be, like, I don't fucking know. I don't do that shit. Like, yeah. I really, I don't feel like I feel like a lot of people have different personalities. It's just like you put them in a certain environment, they're gonna be different. You know, you're gonna put them in another, then it's the same thing too. People take, like, I think the smartest people take their environmental variables into consideration when they respond. You don't have to speak English to see that. Like, plants make certain adjustments when they have to live with live in certain conditions. So, like, to say that, to use that thought process, it's like everybody's a fucking Gemini then. A bipolar Gemini at that, you know? Yeah, a bit of everything. Mm-hmm. So, I think it's just a way for people to box in. Yeah, I really... Yeah, especially when they say, like, oh, you get up all in your head, and, like, that's why I wasn't lured back into, majoring in zodiac studies. They're just, like, ugh, I don't know. Yippity yip. Well, thank you, sir. All right, Archangel Michael, what do you want to say? What do you want to say? Is there anything else? Okay, we've been on here for like 30 minutes. Okay, so we'll get the top card. Two of Wands in reverse. Things to size up. Yeah, Gemini. Two of Wands is basically Gemini symbology. So there's a lot to size up here. Strength in reverse, the Devil in reverse, and Chariot in reverse. What? Something's like, I'm hearing like screeching to a halt, like, I don't know if it's like the Tokyo Drift here, maybe? You know, like how it's like, what do you call it? The drift, right? But there's something about like something screeching to a halt, like, somebody going really fast, like Devil, what is it? Is he laughing or going, ah? Your life, your little monster? Oh, Little Domo. It's, I think it was my son's or whatever, but what do I see? I see the nom-noms. Yeah. I don't, but if it had to be one of the two, it would be like, that's, sometimes we have to have a little representation. That's okay. I barely found out, of course. But, I just thought it was cute. It was relatable. I don't know why. I relate more to that than to, what do you call it? The, it's not the Incredibles. The little yellow thingies. They look like, the yellow thingies. They look like Twinkies, but the same thing. I forgot what they were called. Yeah, I love Gremlin. I've had him for a long time. I think maybe in high school. It was my adult, stuffed animal. Minion, that's what it is. I don't relate to minions. I'm sorry. I know that people think that they're cute, and I think that's cute. Alright, so something screeching to a halt. Okay. Something was like moving very, very quickly, but something was like, stop. And it, something just like a brick wall, stop. Omnipotence, strength. Devil card, aggro in reverse. With the Chariot card, I've never seen it. I've never gotten this trio before. But this trio is massive. Like, this is a very, very big occasion. Like, it's both an occasion, an equation, and an event. This is, I don't even know if you want to call it an event. This is like a car accident. Do you see it? Like, there's something, there's a trio, okay? So this is a major arcana, all three cards. And to have this back to back to back, This isn't just like some minor incident. This is a huge turnaround. There's so what did they say? An occasion, an equation, and like an occurrence. Something's happening here, like a big stop. But it's not just like stopping on a dime. There's something about screeching. Like you see like the fire, like Hot Wheels, you see? This is weird, I don't know. I've never seen it like that before. Life is a mystery. It's a mystery you're on here and conversing with me. What? Did you miss me? Just kidding. Do you like my mom's outfit? It's so cute. It's like, beam me up, Scotty. What is it? I don't know. But it's so cute. See? I don't know if you can see it. But I wore it with black boots, so it was kind of like, it was cute. It was really cute. Okay. Anything else you want to say, darling spirit? Archangel Michael. Thank you. Yes, it's traditional. I had it locked away in a luggage. Like, I'm like, I like this, but it just doesn't, I'm not feeling it yet. And once I got to be more myself and said, fuck what everybody else thinks, and then like I grew into my body or something, I was like, hey, I think it's time. And I liked it. I give myself personal hearts. And the only way that happened was like I had to go through some spring cleaning in the luggage. I haven't traveled in forever. That luggage bag was in my laundry room, and it's been there like for such a long time that the one of the heels, the stands, like broke off. It still has its wheels. It still can do its thing. But that part broke off, just one side, so it's like limping. And I'm like, dude, I cannot have certain things like this in my life. So I just cleared the space, and so I found it. I found a bunch of vintage dresses. This was handmade from my mom's sister or something like that. But it was, I love it. I love it. Sorry, I had to take this out of my shirt because it looked like there was a dick in my shirt. I got a dick. I don't know. It's just like, it was nice. Stop looking. Anyway, last message, Archangel Michael. Anything else you want to tell us right now? Oh, that ice cream was a good road opener, because, like, dude, people be playing games with energy, seriously. It's important to love yourself. I admire your confidence, so thank you. Looking great. You're different, and that's why your coworker hates. Yeah. There's a dick in your shirt. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Why are you staring? Anyway, well, thank you very much. It's Six of Cups in reverse and Page of Pentacles. Okay. So, this is leverage, because for a while we've seen the trend of the Page of Pentacles in reverse, which means we're investing in ourselves. Bravo. Like, if you have very little fucks to give, you might as well give them to yourself. And so, that's a smart way to go, and that's the most practical way to go. So it gives us leverage, platform, okay? And, we're kind of rolling along. It's like our new boat. This ethereal boat that we get to like surf off of, you know, navigate, paddleboard. What is it? Paddleboard? Stand-up paddleboarding, anyway. And the Six of Cups in reverse. I think that's where we're bound to find better connections. This is an abundant card, so if it's in reversal, it's not like, there's no way that when we invest in ourselves and we move forward, that we're going to move into shitty relationships, that we're going to navigate to that. Like, we have an internal compass, and the more like right you are with yourself, the more right you are with where you're going. So your internal like navigation, your moral compass is going to lead you to something better. It's in the coming. It's just like, that's what makes sense to me. So I think that's really it. Bottom of the deck is Destiny, Equilibration. Okay. Libration. Okay. This is the Destiny card in reverse. This is, you know, like, you know how, pole dancers, they like do stuff like without, like they wrap around without like having to hold on their hands, but this is in reversal. So there's something, about having strong foundations, like your legs, but at the same time, it's like, look, Ma, no hands. You know, we're doing something like really out of the ordinary that most people don't do, you know. And so like, oh, you're gonna hurt yourself, or you're crazy, and but we can manage. So there's something about that. Standing apart from the crowd. I'm like, look, Ma, no hands. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So there's that. Top of the deck is no joke, no secret. It's obvious. Transition. King of Cups. See, we are blessed. Blessed on blessed on blessed. What is that song? Oh, it's G-Eazy. So, but it's an older song of his. Blessed since birth, for sure. There's, I don't know what else I could say about this. This is somebody who's using their intuition to the fullest. The best resource that one can own without paying any, like, without, the only thing that you have to do is just pay attention. That's it. There's no money involved in this. This is something that's well earned, something that you're born with. Yeah, that's excellent. Okay, so what's your takeaway over here? Ten of Swords in reverse. It's the Rising Phoenix. This is more than just like falling down. This is kind of like falling down off a cliff for sure. Like falling for someone's like painted picture of this is a new journey, you know, this is like a new start for you. And then they fuck around with the path and they like have these plot holes. You fall through and you're like, motherfucker. So you dust yourself off. You don't call 911. You somehow hit like in that fall, there were enough like jostles with certain areas of the cliff that didn't hurt you, but kind of like what do you call it? Absorbed some of that final impact. So it absorbed some of the momentum that was catching. Kind of like like the Wheel of Fortune, or not Wheel of Fortune, or kind of like the Wheel of Fortune, but I was thinking more of like The Price is Right, where they turn that big wheel, and it has to pass through that little ticker thing. So there's something about, upon falling, it absorbs some of that incrementally, and so the final hit, the final platform that we're laying on, that we land on, doesn't kill us. Like all those little minor ticks and scuffs or whatever, gave us a good landing. That's really good. I never usually get that, but like, look how many like little things. It looks like a lot of ticks right there. So, some people like might have suffer from certain ticks here. I normally never ever get that, but there's something there where, even though some would consider it a handicap, some would also see it as an advantage, because there's something like humorous about the things that come out of somebody's mouth when they have tics. And I don't mean to make fun of them, but there's certain things that like nobody would say, like nobody would dare like even say that shit. It is the wildest shit ever. And so there's something about like taboo humor. So when they spout that out, it kind of acts like as a buffer for people not to treat them like shit. It kind of lightens the mood, I feel like. So there's something about that there. Those who are wise will shine brightly like the brightness of the expansive earth, heaven, and those who lead the many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever. Well, look at you. I'm going to want to screenshot that. I mean, I will. I will. Yeah, but there's something about that where there's like a finalization of like people are want to watch like where you land. Like oh, you've seen this like on The Simpsons where Homer does something like and you wonder like he gets all those little scuffs and he still manages. Okay, so what is my takeaway, Spirit? Archangel Michael, what do you want to say about my takeaway? 9 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I can lower my guard. This is another theme. That's on the book of Daniel. Oh my god, we have religious zealots here. I'm just kidding. No, not my words. And I'm open-minded. My intake from your card reading is always a positive advice. Oh, well, that's... Why are you buttering me up, huh? But no, I appreciate that. But yeah, I don't need to be defensive anymore. I don't need to show up to everything. In fact, the next supposed, like, gathering that we have, I have the option not to show up or cut it off exactly at the time that it's 8 hours. I do not have that obligation to bend over backwards on my personal time so willingly to those energies that will easily like cut you out whenever. That will treat you as less as a lesser. We have like certain emails, like when we address it, it's based on seniority, not by the status of your role, but by who gets in, like sequentially, person by person by person. So that's what I was taught, and that's how everybody forms their emails, and so within where I'm at. So that means the newer person, regardless of what their role is, their email comes after me. And what like the stupidest slight that the person who's my boss in writing does? She puts the newer person before me. Like in everything, down to like emergency contacts to everything. It's always listed like that. And she decided to do that kind of like, you know, like how much effort that takes of like nastiness, and it just didn't happen once, it happened multiple times. And so it's like, dude, I hope all of the managers, all, like, not just under this umbrella, but I hope the umbrella sees what kind of like bullshit you are. I want them to see exactly what kind of a person you are. So you know what? We don't have to talk one-to-one about it. Like, I thought, like, I thought it was supposed to be like that, because she's, you know, heavy on the protocol now and processes. It's like so fucking stupid. So anyway, let people be fucking stupid, okay? Be the smart one and just know that that's when I have my own business, when it's my time to absolutely shine undeniably. Holy crap. I am not integrating any of that. No. And when I get that better offer, for sure. However the divine wants to go ahead and grant that to me, before or after, like while however they want to do that, I can trust in that. Proceed. Gotta be open-minded. Well, thank you. It is a big trend in the workplace, for sure. You know what I saw on my feed? Something about somebody, like, I forget what forum it was, but it was saying, you know, interviewing is a skill set, and you would be unwise to not put yourself out there. Even if you love your job, even if, like, you have the at-will agreement thing, even though an employer will have to have substantial reasoning to let you go, they have to have some kind of documentation for it. There's still the exit interview in backing yourself. There's still performance reviews where you can truly speak up. And I think people don't use that enough, you know, and for what it should be. And it's just, I forget what I was saying, because I was so kind of like pissed. But yeah, that's the interviewing. You should put yourself out there. You should apply, like, you should always be actively applying, so that when you do get it's not like the dating scene where you see like how many people are gonna bite. When they do bite, go ahead and entertain that. You never fucking know. Like, I've understood in this reality of how undercover popular I am within certain groupings and societies, and just like that people will find me, and you know, things will happen. Yeah, like why would the world want me to go to waste? There's no fucking way. There's no way. There's more than one person out there that's for me. And so things are going to happen accordingly. Yeah. So there's that. Anyway, thanks for all the love and support. I so appreciate that. I try to keep myself in check, and like ego, like I really try for that. But at the same time, I don't want to deny myself out of the feel goods. Like, I'm making an effort, regardless of whether there's a response here or not, to feel better, to do better. And so it's just like, what is it? Icing? I don't know if it's icing on the cake, but what are my sprinkles? Caramel? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I can't think of what. Some really good tiramisu. Italian tiramisu cake. That's what I want. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Okay, so now that this reading is officially over, I thank you very, very much. Wish you blessings of the feel-goods as well. And, so, upon closing this portal, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine, with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with the sequence of roll out in light and love. I close the portals in this reading, and thank you. Now,